Hello and welcome back to another video of Formula One Challenge. This is my team 1970 version. And before we continue, let me just quickly add that we moved all the rally content to a different channel as it became kind of a community project. So if you're here for the rally content, I put a link in the description for the rally channel and you can get all our future rally contents on that one. So please subscribe to that as this channel will return to more Formula One related content. And as I said, this is a my team version as I created this custom team called Danube Racing, which is supposed to be based in Austria. And yeah, we're just here to have fun. Currently, it's a one-car operation, so it's only me driving, and we'll see over the course of the decade if or when we will expand it to more. So let's head over to the qualifying and see where we end up on the grid. So I'm starting my fourth qualifying lap, and apologies for the sound issues. That whole thing has been an absolute mess. Most of the sound in the first half of this recording comes from my headset picking it up, as I forgot to check the settings and obviously they were wrong, which I didn't notice, and there is no engine sound in the second half of this video. So obviously that's going to be fixed for the next episode. And just a bit about this. So I have this new shiny theme with the orange painting, probably a bit darker than McLaren's orange. And the goal is, at least for the next 2 or 3 seasons, to establish a presence in Formula One, to become a strong contender, preferably for the upper midfield, and getting a couple of good results every now and then, if possible. So we're using a customer Matra chassis with the Ford Cosworth V8 engine, as pretty much every other privateer team. So the main goal is to keep up with those teams and preferably beating them on every possible occasion. And that's a provisional third, which has little to do with reality. As you can see on the grid walk, we have Rindt, Regazzoni and Pescarolo in the first row, with Rindt destroying the competition. Then we have Oliver and Stommelen on the second row. Then on P6, 7 and 8 we have Rodriguez, Stewart and Danny Halm. Beltoaz on P9 and Eamon on P10. Right behind them we have the other Tyrrell of Francois Sever, Joe Siffert, and myself on P13. Not too bad of a result, though I think this could have been improved if it wasn't for my skill issues. So on P14 we have Silvio Moser, Graham Hill on P15, and the row behind them is Andrea De Adamic, Bruce McLaren and Emerson Fittipaldi. Has been beaten quite heavily by his teammate, who's starting from pole position. And we have Ronnie Peterson and Reini Wiesel on 19 and 20. And the row behind them is John Surtees, Miles, and Jack Brabham. Then we have Peter getting on P24, Gurney on P25, De Klerk behind, and you can see the rest. There's actually 32 drivers on the grid. And the lights are out, the race is on, and I'm trying to get as good of a start as possible while the AI is still half asleep. And I also expect a lot of attrition On one hand due to mechanical failures, on the other due to the nature of the track and the crash-prone AI, especially in numbers like this. So 32 drivers are way too much for a track like this. And I'm already up to P5, so that's been a really good start. And it's Rodriguez right behind me. I can also see Danny Holm, Stewart, and Sever in the mirror. And it's Oliver in front. And he's already starting to pull away. Well, obviously, a much faster car. And I'm already acting as a mobile chicane for the guys behind me. Obviously, nobody said that it's going to be easy to overtake me. So I can bring back a little on this sector. However, I'm losing a lot in the second one, which is the one with the most corners. So on the cornering, we're not as good. However, we can get a lot of speed out of the car. And then we're on with lap 5, where I made a little mistake by hitting the curb and then got hit by someone. And this also gave Jackie the opportunity to make an overtake on me. So he's up to P4, I'm down to P5. However, on this final section, I'm actually much faster than the Tyrrell. As you can see, I'm catching up to him in the straight, and I'll just have a massive overspeed as soon as we turn downhill. And I retake the position, which is now third, as Oliver is out of this race. And Rindt is still on P2 and already a little bit ahead. And well, actually, that's one of those cars that I can't catch in a straight line. Well, it's a Lotus after all, and here you can see Regazzoni in the lead, so he had a really good start, and he's doing something absolute crazy to keep Rindt behind. And we have Pescarolo, Stewart, Sever, Rodriguez behind me. Pescarolo actually pretty close, and you can also see the Tyrrell of Jackie Stewart in the mirror. As I'm trying to stay ahead, not giving him any opportunity for an overtake. And this is lap 13, where now it's Rodriguez on P4. So he overtook Jackie Stewart, and Pescarolo is out of this race. Unsure what happened. He just disappeared from the mirror, and now we have Rodriguez challenging for the final step of the podium. We'll see how that goes. As usual, I can pull away on this section, and I lose all that time in the next two, which is pretty much what's going to happen for the rest of this race as well. And on lap 32, so that's close to the end of the race, Rodriguez is out as well. I just saw him spin behind me a couple laps ago. So it's now Francois Sever in the other Tyrrell, the only remaining Tyrrell. And I'm already up to P2 because Regazzoni had some suspension failure and is out of the race as well. So it's Jochen Rindt in the lead by a nautical mile this time. And on lap 37, you can see Sever is out as well. Actually, he was out in lap 35 with a brake failure, I think, and we had Ronnie Peterson finishing in third position. And here's the winner, who absolutely demolished every bit of competition. And to be fair, I'm happy with our second place. Not because we showed a lot of pace, because that's not true. However, it's not gonna be easy to overtake me, and we're good in the straights. And here you have the final results. So it's 5 finishers. I was expecting attrition, but not that much. So yeah, this has been interesting. Peters on third, John Surtees fourth, and Pete Lovely in P5. And there is no P6. It was severe until lap 35. And yes, he had a brake failure. And apart from myself, everyone else got lapped. So here are the standings after round one, which is obviously the same as the standings after the end of the race. Duh. So let's just head over and have a look at the constructor standings, which means Lotus is having the lead. Then it's us and Colin Krabbe with Ronnie Peterson. So it's all privateer teams for on the current point scoring positions. I think Pete Lovely Volkswagen is a privateer team, even though it has Volkswagen in the name. I need to check that. So yeah, this was the first round of 1970 My Team. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you at the next race in Harama. Goodbye.